Are you ready to do some figure skating, Janine?
Sports.
Sport. But is it a sport? Is it a sport? It's in the Olympics. Well, it's in
Figure
the Winter
skating
Olympics.
is a sport. Yes.
Figure skating is an art form. I would class it as an art form.
Fair.
Like dance.
Okay. I think that's fair.
You don't say dance is a sport, do you?
Yes, but it takes a lot of athletic ability and muscle and strength and
so
things.
Does dancing.
It does.
Depends on what dancing you're doing, but yeah, I mean, I suppose it doesn't take a great deal of athleticism to do a waltz, but it takes a pretty good deal of athleticism to do a Charleston.
Yeah.
So, what do you class figure skating as, guys? Because we'll be talking a hell of a lot about figure skating tonight.
Yes.
It might be Super Bowl Sunday, but not here. Cutting Edge Sunday today.
Sports.
Sports. Hey, Kimber, how are you?
Hello.
Kimber, do you think figure skating is an art form or a sport? Really like the wardrobe. Presumably it's Janine. Janine, what is that you have? Do you have a snack?
I always have a snack.
Well, I have a cup of tea.
I have a pineapple cider and some licorice.
Licorice. Okay.
Always have to
Super
have
Bowl
a snack.
Sunday.
I made a whole movie snack wall. And this is the time I use it when we do these watch-alongs. So I can feel like I'm at the theater.
The theatre? Sing Shakespeare.
No, when I go to the theater with Morgan,
You've never been to the theatre with me, Janine.
Yes, I have.
You have been to the movie theatre with me, but you've never been to the theatre.
The theater.
That would be a different. I think actually you might have stepped foot in a theatre with me. Actually, that's true. Actually, you have.
Yes.
But you've never been to the theatre.
The theater.
Kimber says it correctly, actually. Kimber calls figure skating an art sport. Don't you think it is?
I think so.
Art sport.
That's
it is Super Bowl Sunday, but this is our well, it's not our pre-Super Bowl watch along, is it? But it's the people's pre-Super Bowl watch along, because we'll be done by the time the Super Bowl starts.
Yes, and it is February, the month of love. So I thought I would pick my favorite rom-com of all time and my pretty much favorite movie of all time, The Cutting Edge.
I know we'll get into, kind of why this is your favorite movie and why it's your favorite rom-com and your love of rom-coms. And maybe we'll get into my love of the ice, I guess, is what I would love about The Cutting Edge. But it isn't a first-time watch for me. Hope if you are watching on our latest It's a Wonderful watch-along, aren't they fun? They're so fun, Janine.
Yes,
I love
they are.
Watch-alongs. They're the best. They're keeping on going. And more stuff is, of course, coming to this YouTube channel. Should be next month. Next month should be the big, or the end of this month. I'm calling it. The end of this month is some changes coming. Some good changes coming to this YouTube channel you're on, which means more stuff from us, from me. It's a Wonderful Podcast based. This is, of course, It's a Wonderful Podcast based itself. These are the It's a Wonderful watch-alongs. This is what we like to do. We have the podcast itself, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We have you covered on there with Machine Mondays, Morgan Hasn't Seen, and It's a Wonderful Podcast. The main show showing love to old movies that we love so much, celebrating and discovering them. Morgan hasn't seen. Obviously, I haven't seen many things. Janine likes to make me watch things.
Do.
Next Wednesday is our 100th episode of Morgan Hasn't Seen.
So excited. Yes.
It's going to be a big whole nostalgic look back on the history of Morgan Hasn't Seen and all the favourite moments and the not so favourite moments maybe as well. But Machine Mondays is your place for all Schmodown related discussion with Janine.
Me.
That's what's going on
Hello.
there. That is what's going on there. It's a Wonderful One on Twitter. I think I've done the opening credits of plugs there, Janine. So,
yes.
Should we crack on? You notice I said crack because ice cracks.
Oh, yes.
I didn't say it because of that. I just
You've been
said
hanging out with Billy too long.
On. I have. Kimber's favourite movie is There Will Be Blood, not as romantic.
Hey, your heart pumps blood, and Valentine's Day is full of hearts, so there, it counts.
My favourite movie is something we'll figure out by the end of this watch along.
The Lighthouse.
I mean, it isn't The Lighthouse, but God, I love The Lighthouse. I want to do a watch along of The Lighthouse soon. Do people want to see a watch along of The Lighthouse? Let's go. Let's play the movie. All right, Jane. Come on.
All right.
We're starting as always from 00000. We don't do any faffing around right at the start. Today, unfortunately, I'm watching this one on the laptop because it wasn't on any of the nice apps that you'll find on television.
It was, but you know, they like to rotate things and take things off.
They do. Yes.
So
Kimber wants to see us watch along with The Lighthouse. I would actually be tempted to ask Kimber on a watch along of The Lighthouse.
And I still have yet to see The Lighthouse. I feel like I'm saving it for something.
I think you are. Anyway.
All right. Are you guys ready? When I say play, well, that's when we will play.
So that's what's happening. Get it ready now. If you're watching it now. If you're watching it later. 00000. Starting from when we count down. Janine, do the countdown.
3, 2, 1. Play.
MGM.
I always just see that line and think about how he killed like 5 people. Including the man who's training him.
Yeah.
Including his wrangler.
Do you not miss MGM as a company, Janine? Yeah. I miss MGM as a company. MGM made wonderful movies in the heyday of Hollywood. And also this movie.
Directed by Paul M. Glaser, who was Starsky in the old Starsky and Hutch TV show. Also directed The Running Man.
The Running Man. Which we won't do the theme tune of for fear of getting copyright strucken.
Yes.
Strucken? Is that the right word? Strucken. Baron von Strucker, he was in the MCU. We're not talking about the MCU. I've already had enough discussion on the MCU today. Shut up, Morgan. Kimber's down for The Lighthouse. Watch along.
All right.
Like it. Hi, Steve. How are you?
Hello.
Steve's happy that you, Janine, are getting some
seniority.
Some seniority today. Yeah. This is a full on. This isn't even like any sort of mutual choice, is it? This is a full on. This is for Janine. This one.
Yes. So we set up our lead male as a dog who doesn't remember a woman's name after sleeping with her.
Terrible.
Great character setup right there.
Terrible. He's just awful.
Am I going to talk about this movie like it's like some cinematic masterpiece?
I want you to be honest. I actually want this to be like the most commentary watch along we've done, and it's just going to be you just talking over. So in this scene, what happened was DB Sweeney actually was a little bit sick, so they had to film him from the head up for fear of him throwing up or some nonsense like that.
Sadly, there are no special features in this movie. So.
There are 0 special features. 0. There's not a making of documentary with Paul and Glaser.
There's not even English subtitles.
There's not even subtitles.
Watch-alongs like you would normally could put on. It's good to put on subtitles because you have
you have to watch them a little bit quieter than usual.
So I went to put on the subtitles on this, and the only options were French and Spanish.
Well, you could watch them in French.
I suppose I could.
I was trying to speak French then. I've forgotten all the French. I studied French for so long, and I've forgotten all French. I don't know French anymore.
So we set up our diva.
Look at all these people taking photographs
of her butt.
Lewd photographs. There's no need for it. There's no need for it at all. It's nice to see you too, Kimber. Thank you for being lovely.
Okay. Had this been a classic film, would he be in the Mustache Hall of Fame?
I mean, it's a nice little thin pencil mustache that he's got, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm. I mean, did we see a lot of those in the 80s?
No. 70s was a mustache time. 80s, we were starting to get clean shaven again as a populace.
But even that kind of mustache, that's very old.
It is. It's very 30s.
Yes, for any Lost fans, it is Locke from Lost. I watched the first season of Lost, and that was about it.
America.
Here's our meet cute, but it's not very cute.
It's not. It's terrible. Barging into one another while the national anthem plays for some nonsense reason, probably because it's the Olympics. I'm not singing with the American national anthem, Janine, although I'm more inclined to sing the American national anthem and the Canadian national anthem and the French national anthem than the British one. I like the French national anthem, Janine. It's fun.
Yes.
What else have we got? Tony Gilroy, the writer of Rogue One, wrote this. Is that true, Janine?
It said Tony Gilroy. If it's the same Tony Gilroy,
piece of trivia. If it's correct,
if it's the same Tony Gilroy, I do not know. Let's do some research.
Kimber's right. Freddie Mercury had a great 80s mustache. It's very true. It's very true, actually. Yeah. I mean, Freddie Mercury, honourable mustache Hall of Fame.
It is the same Tony Gilroy.
That's insane. That's unbelievable to me. What's going on there? What is going on there? Hockey.
The Minnesota Machine.
Is that what you are when you move to Minnesota in your later years?
Yes. And Doug is wearing Doug is my lucky number 9.
True. G9. That's what people call you.
9 is in my name, so it is my lucky number. So when people always pick it, I'll just schmo down. I get very upset.
I'm not drinking my cup of tea out of an appropriate mug today.
You should be drinking it out of Minnesota.
Right, I don't have a Minnesota, but it should be some sort of like.
Well, you should have done it
shouldn't it?
Out of Calgary, because I think that's where the Olympics are in this movie.
Yeah, 100%. I should have done the Calgary. I've not done the Calgary one. It's pretty much the complete opposite place you could possibly think of. It's New Orleans.
Okay. Yeah, definitely not.
You can't get more of a different place, really, than Calgary. The Cutting Edge, sponsored by Frosted Flakes. Is that true? Is Frosted Flakes just Frosties? Is Frosted Flakes Tony the Tiger?
Yes.
It's just Frosty. It's just Frosties then. Why don't you just call it Frosties like the rest of the world?
Those costumes are terrible, even for the 80s.
Figure skating. She's going to slice his back open. Oh, God.
All right.
See, this is French. It's the can-can. Should I stand up and start doing the can-can?
You should. It's a can, like in Moulin Rouge.
Yeah, but it's not like, oh God, I hate the can. It's awful. Moulin Rouge, it's the worst. It's arguably the worst part of Moulin Rouge. I like Moulin Rouge, but I didn't like that. What else did I not like in Moulin Rouge? Nirvana. When they started doing Nirvana. Didn't care for that. Entertainers. Get out, Jim Broadbent. Who do you think you are?
Or Like a Virgin. You didn't like a Virgin.
Did I know?
Jim Broadbent singing like a virgin.
Oh God, yeah, it was Jim Broadbent. I was confused. It was awful. Oh dear.
Yes.
So Janine, the aging process in DB Sweeney, how's that gone?
Yeah, my sister did not have the kindest things to say. Because like her and me like loved this movie. And so I send her Billy's lovely birthday present to me of DB Sweeney's message. She did not say the kindest things about how he has aged. But I love DB Sweeney. I will always love DB Sweeney.
You will.
And I thank him.
And that's perfectly fine. That's perfectly good.
Yeah.
You should.
Yes.
Billy says Moulin Rouge is a great musical, but a terrible movie. I like the movie Moulin Rouge.
Yeah.
I would like to see it in a theatre, though, to be honest with you, like a stage theatre.
Yeah, a theatre.
But then it wouldn't be Ewan McGregor, would it? And the real draw of Moulin Rouge for me is Ewan McGregor. So
like that was the like I kind of knew he could sing because there's a movie he does with Cameron Diaz called A Life Less Ordinary, where he does sing. But me and my friend were just watching Moulin Rouge, and then just to hear him kind of belt out like that, it was kind of the same surprise Nicole Kidman had, and like everything lit up in the city when he sang, and I'm like, what?
Did.
Yeah. Your celebrity, can you sing like your celebrity twin?
Don't know. Never tried. I only sing quietly and on my own. Don't sing in public, Janine. I'm too nervous.
I'm like, I know I don't really even need subtitles.
I know you know exactly what's going on. You can recite this movie line for line.
Yeah. What would you do if you just couldn't do the thing that you are good at anymore?
I wouldn't wear that waistcoat. I wouldn't do that. That's what I wouldn't do. Especially with a check shirt. And I certainly wouldn't try and fight my own father.
It's his brother.
His brother. I thought it was his father. There's a significant age-looking difference between these two people.
Yeah, his brother. His big brother.
Fair play to young DB Sweeney. He looks young compared to that man. Don't know who that man is. No idea.
Yeah, I haven't really seen him in anything else.
No,
if DB Sweeney was actually in Chirac with Jay Washington.
See? Oh, see? Oh dear. What you asked me a question before you. I think you asked me what I would do if I couldn't do the one thing I was good at.
Yeah.
I can't do the one thing I'm good at, Janine.
You can't?
No, I can't.
What is that?
Well, I could do. I don't. I don't do it. I suppose I could.
Okay, what kind of roundabout topsy-turvy answer is this?
Well, you know the one thing I'm good at is playing pool, playing eight-ball pool.
But what if, like, you broke your hand and you couldn't play pool anymore?
Oh, I just thought you meant, like, I can't do it because, like, I don't.
No, like, Doug messed up his eye.
So,
he was a great hockey player, and now he just can't play hockey anymore.
Well, this is the question that all sports people must ask themselves when they get a bad injury. What do they do then? Usually they go into coaching.
Yeah.
So you'd go into coaching.
There is regular pool and there's snooker, right?
Right. We're not having this discussion again.
And he's called it snookers. It's not snookers, right? It's just snooker.
Snooker is something totally different, and there's many, many different versions of pool itself. I like straight pool, which is not pool exclusively for heterosexuals, as it may appear.
What?
It's pool. That was a joke. It was a bad joke, but it was a joke. It's called straight pool. It's where you, it's like you can play first to 100, or sometimes if you want to go super long with it, you can play first to like 250 or something like that. Every ball is worth 1, right?
Okay.
So you have to be the first one to reach that designated number of points based on potting balls, and you have to call all your shots. So you have to say like 3 ball into the left corner or something like that, and you have to do that. So you have to, and you can keep going through as many racks as you want until you miss.
Okay.
Like, so in theory, you can get to 100 by your opponent not having a shot. But it's the best way of determining the best pool players, because you can just be relentless, and you have to be really precise, because one mistake and the other guy can win, in theory.
So what happens?
So I like that.
So what happens if you don't make it in the designated?
If you don't make it in the designated pocket, but you make it in another pocket, then it's the ball comes back out and it's overturned to the other guy because you didn't make it in the designated pocket.
Okay.
So it's precise. It's exact. There's no room for error, which is why I like it. Because you can be absolutely ruthless in it.
Would you have thought of this? Would you have thought of, I can't find any good male figure skaters. And if somebody said to you, find a different barrel, would you have just gone straight to, I wonder if there's any good hockey players who we could turn into a figure skater?
No, I'd go dancers and ballet dancers and that sort of stuff. That's what I'd go to. I'd go to ballet and just teach them to skate. But then again, skating. Yeah,
what is harder? Is it harder to teach someone how to, like a graceful person how to skate, or a great skater how to be graceful?
Yeah, it's a good question. It's a good question. Billy says, imagine if in one of the many sequels they ran into Tonya Harding.
That would be interesting.
It would be interesting, because she'd probably break someone's leg or whatever she did.
Oh yeah.
Did she break someone's? Did she
banged
break
out somebody's knee? Yeah.
Somebody's knee. Nancy's knee.
Nancy Kerrigan.
It's a bigger story in the US than it is in the UK. We don't really care. We don't really care that the Americans fought amongst themselves at the Winter Olympics.
Yeah.
Because we're not going to win the Winter Olympics anyway.
It's terrible.
The US at least has a shot of winning the Winter Olympics. We don't. When are the next Winter Olympics, Janine? I feel like it's been about 8 years since there's been a Winter Olympics. What was the last Winter Olympics?
I don't remember. Ice skating was the only thing I ever watched from the Winter Olympics.
I love the Winter Olympics. It's my favourite thing. Screw the Summer Olympics. I mean, not screw the Summer Olympics. We're supposed to be... I mean, the fact that the Summer Olympics are supposedly still taking place this summer is absolutely ridiculous, by the way.
Yeah.
But it is. As are the Euro football championships, apparently. Which is even more ridiculous, because that's designated to just Europe.
Yeah.
But then, I don't know. I just like Moira, what's her name? Moira. God, I forgot her name.
Kelly.
Moira Kelly's.
You gonna say Moira McTaggart?
I don't know what I was. I don't think I was going to say that.
From the X-Men?
I don't think I was going to say that. I've not got Rose Byrne in my head. I just like Moira. I've forgotten her name again. Kelly.
Moira Kelly.
Moira Kelly's turtleneck, Ginny.
Oh yeah, she's matching you today.
I like turtlenecks. Have you noticed?
No, I haven't.
Has everybody noticed?
No. The fact that Vision wore some on a 70s episode and you went and bought like 3 of them after that.
I did, including this one. It's very nice, very soft. Look at it. It's got this white trim around the thing and white trim around the wrist. It's really nice, really soft. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. No, I was singing the Chipmunk Song.
It's not Christmas time.
It's not Christmas. You don't want to get me singing the Chipmunk Song at Christmas. You just sing the same word over and over again, and it's
and
Christmas.
No matter how many times I tried to tell you what the lyrics are, you still just sing that one part.
And I sing it exactly like the Chipmunks as well, in that obnoxious high-pitched voice. But we're not doing it now. I actually think it would be easier to teach a good skater how to dance on the ice than a good dancer how to skate.
Yeah.
Because what's more important? The ability to stay on your feet.
Yes.
You know?
Doing the graceful moves that you do in dance are stationary. So you'd have to get
and it's not the same, is it?
Doing them in a second set of motion.
Yeah, you're constantly moving. You have to, unless if you're stood still, then you get those really kind of uncomfortable pains in your sole of your foot if you're stood still in ice skates. Maybe I've just worn a bad pair of ice skates. Well, I can't remember the last time I went ice skating. But if I stand still and stand up, it's almost as though the blades are like digging up into my soles. It's terrible.
That would hurt him just dropping her butt like that.
It won't. Billy says, she said the thing. Did we determine what snack you were eating, Janine?
Licorice,
yes, I think we did. I've already finished my cup of tea. I'm in a bit of a hyperactive mood, to be fair. I don't know why. Am I secretly excited for the Super Bowl? No.
No, you're excited to be watching The Cutting Edge with me.
I am excited to be watching The Cutting Edge with me. So I've been looking forward to it all week.
See, I think I'm
joking. I'm not.
I think you are joking.
I'm not joking. I like watching The Cutting. I like watching people's favourite movies with them, Janine. I like the watch-alongs.
See, I like that he took on this challenge. Like, he could have just taken his little monies and gone. But the fact that he sees this as a challenge, that, like, somebody's doubting him.
He doesn't like to be doubted.
I'm going to take this on.
I'm going to do this. I'm not no failure, says Doug.
Doggy.
What's his name? Doug.
Dougie.
Do people call him Dougie?
Mm-hmm.
Douglas. Duggington. Nobody calls him Duggington. Or is that just the Bridgerton version of Doug Dorsey's Duggington? I was on
a call with like Max and Sean Sullivan and Abby and Frank, and they were like, Sean was like saying he was calling us all by our full names, so he was calling Max Maxwell and Abby Abigail, and then he was like, and Frank Franklin and Janine Janinathan.
Oh, does Frank go by Franklin? That's hilarious.
No, his name was just Frank.
Oh, he should go by Franklin.
Yeah, I like that.
Wasn't there like a... What's Franklin? Is Franklin a little turtle?
Yes, how do you know about that?
I just have a picture. It must have been on children's television.
I think it was a little red scarf.
Absolutely years and years and years ago when I watched shows like that.
Oh my gosh. No. Billy's going to be
Franklin
saying
Little Turtle.
Janine.
Janine. What's my full name then?
Morganathan.
No, it doesn't work.
Morganton.
I'll deal with Morganton. Potentially Morganathan.
No.
You could have. It's not Morgana though, is it? Because that's King Arthur's evil stepsister.
Morgana.
I'm not a sorceress, Billy.
Morganifer.
Morganifer.
So this is where we get the best insults.
Well, we could full name Billy, but that's just too easy because it's obvious.
Yes.
William. Oh dear. Oh no. Billy, have you ever thought of going... A legitimate question, I'm not just having a laugh. Have you ever thought of going by Will? Or has it always been Billy or Bill? Never and never will. Obviously not Willie, because it sounds a little bit strange.
How do we
never
know you're
liked
telling
that.
the truth?
What, about that I'm not a sorceress? You don't, do you? That's the fun of it. You haven't answered my question. I would like to point out that Moira Kelly is also wearing another nice turtleneck.
Turtleneck, yes.
This is a red one. I don't own a red turtleneck, Janine. I would like to. Billy says he's got Billiam and Bilious before. I like that. Bilious. You know why I like Bilious, Janine?
Yes.
You know why, don't you? Come on then.
Because it's Ron's middle name.
Toe pick. It is Ron's middle name. Yes, it is. There's your toe pick.
Yes.
You've got to pick your toe. Don't pick your toe. That's horrible.
The only gif you could ever really find of this movie.
It is. Everything's just toe pick. I was doing my toe pick before. Was I doing my toe pick before, Janine? I don't even know how to toe pick. I was just pointing my feet. Let's point my feet again. Toe pick.
Toe pick.
There it is. Toe pick. I don't really know how to do it, so I'm just going like that. Toe pick. It's always been Billy. It was originally going to be Liam. Liam. You get Liam. Oh, you get Liam from William. Wow, I've never heard that. That's strange. I've never heard that one. You get Liam from William. Which I suppose you do, don't you? Janine, you are jamming in. I'm talking about nonsense, and Janine's just enjoying the movie. This is what usually happens.
Yes, I'm so into the soundtrack. I'm so into the soundtrack. I like sing the score. Like, yes, I.
Kimber was going to be Blake.
Can read.
Which, fortunately, they had another child, and they called him Blake. So Kimber's got a brother Blake, but she was going to be Blake #1.
I was going to be Janelle.
Janelle?
Well, my sister's name is Janelle. My older sister.
Doesn't work.
And my mom asked her, "What do you want to name your sister?" And she said Janelle. And my mom said, "That's your name." So she's like, "Okay, Janine."
Oh, well, that's nice.
So my sister named me. It is a French name, by the way, as I'm Canadian. So
Janine.
Lots of French names floating around.
Janine is a French name. I suppose Janelle is as well, really, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And all the members of your family.
Justin.
Justin is not a French name.
No, it's not.
Where does Justin come from? I feel like Justin's just kind of... It's just going to be English, isn't it? It's just like there you go. There's Justin. There's nothing exotic about Justin. It's not to say there's nothing exotic about your brother. I'm sure he's lovely and exotic, but
he's very exotic.
Very easy.
No, not at all.
No, he's not. Not exotic. You might be offended now.
The fact that she's cocky enough to think she could play hockey is just everything.
Yes, but the fact that Kimber's nephew's name is Odin is something we have to consider as...
My nephew was going to be named Odin, but they decided to just make him a junior of his father.
Odin.
Even though, like, their baby shower cake, it said Odin on it.
But they just changed it.
The junior.
Well, they've committed. They've committed at that point. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but then they went with the junior of the dad, so he's...
Okay.
His dad's name is Joe, so he's Joseph Jr., but they call him Mini Joe, so he's MJ.
Okay. You've got to be a certain type of person to pull off Odin, though, I think.
Yes.
Like, I actually think your nephew is going to be able to pull off the name Odin, Kimber.
Yes.
And there's going to be a serious strength and probably wild flocks of long hair and a beard in his future. Which there has to be with a name like Odin. You literally have to transform yourself into the Norse god. It's just required.
That's what would happen. And this would so be me. I would take this way too seriously and hit somebody in the face with a hockey puck. That amount of rage. And then just be trying to rationalize it after.
I could see it being me, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Have you
if I was annoying
before?
you.
Have you played hockey?
Have I played ice hockey?
Mm-hmm. Or street hockey?
Yes, I have. I have played ice hockey on a frozen lake in Canada.
What?
Yes.
Are you any good?
No, I mean, when I say I played ice hockey, I mean I got a stick, there was a puck, and I skated around a bit. I didn't do anything. Oh my god, if I even touched the puck and tried shooting, I fell over. But, like, yeah, it's... I'm not going to be able to play ice hockey. At all.
And I love that he used...
It is what your brother looks like. And I'm just saying, there needs to be a...
underrated movie montage. Gotta get up.
You've got to love the song.
Yes.
Has anyone ever stole somebody else's hat?
Walk right in, walk right in.
Has anybody ever stole somebody else's hat that wasn't somehow flirting with somebody? That's what I want to know.
Like, Rocky, eat your heart out. Look at this workout montage. Right on time. Look at those muscles, Moira, down. Look at the intensity.
It is very intense. I'm enjoying this. It's incredibly. It's also incredibly kind of. No, I'm not going to say that. It is very sweaty. It is very sweaty. Billy likes Moira Kelly's eyebrows. Yes,
they're very thick and billowy. They're very majestic.
Majestic eyebrows.
Mm-hmm.
I do like that, you know, Kimber's brother, nicknamed Thor, has a son called Odin. Because it's the opposite. It's the opposite.
Yeah. To move some more. He's such a guy.
Well, I would be uncomfortable in that situation, Amy.
You want me to put my hands where?
So, Doug here is very clearly very excited about the situation, and I would be like, I'm not really comfortable doing that.
Yeah.
I don't know you that well.
See, so this is the part you have to teach as well. The hockey player being graceful.
See, the ballet, this is why I said ballet before, because this is essentially ballet. In fact, it is ballet. Just take them to, the hell's it called? The ballet school in Suspiria. They'll do well there. Get the witches to put a little bit of a possession on them.
Do it now, you'll be alright.
A bit of a spell. It's like how the coach has a flat cap on, but then sometimes he doesn't have a flat cap on, but then he also has
sometimes he's got the chest hair out. It's very Russian.
Well, you know, Russian figure skaters, they work, don't they?
See, now he's good. She's a little sloppy. He's so proud of himself. I love it so much. You see, I think they handled him getting better and like the passage of time really well. Like they could have dragged this out, but they just did it in like
a good montages.
Yeah, in like a series of montages.
This is what you need in a movie like this. Good montages.
Yeah, so you know it's like at least a year has passed, so you know that he like it makes sense that he knows how to skate. It feels sudden, but like if you're paying attention.
What would Kimber watch? Kimber said I'd watch that, but I'm not quite sure what she's referring to now. I feel like it's don't know. Was I making fun of myself again?
That would have been perfect if me and Kimber both had nephews named Odin. Just another reason for us to just be connected.
I mean, you are very connected, to be fair.
Yeah.
In many ways.
Slither sisters for life.
I've always envisioned little Morgan Jr. I haven't. But I've just always thought it was the easiest option. Should a eventuality ever happen where that happens, you know.
That's very lazy.
It is very lazy. It is. But you can't. But it doesn't matter if a child is male or female or whatever, because they'll always be Morgan because it's a universal unisex name.
Yes, it is.
Morgan Jr. Morgan Robinson II.
Yeah, if I had a son, I would name him Bryce.
Ooh.
Yeah. Bryce Michael Caldwell. Michael's my brother's middle name.
Okay.
Also happens to be Kevin's middle name, so that's kind of nice. And Caldwell is my late stepfather's surname.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I feel like that things are still kind of awkward with them, but
well, yes, because he's just walked in on the dressing. There's no need for that, is there?
Yeah.
And he's clearly they're both clearly half excited about it.
Yes.
I like this from Kimber. Kimber, there are like 5 Tom Bennesses in his family. Well, they need to get a bit of creativity, really, don't they? I mean, what's going on?
Okay, whatever, Mr. Morgan Jr. over here.
I know, but that was a joke. It wasn't a joke, but it is a joke.
Look, Morgan, she got him a big billowy leather book.
A big billowy leather book like this one. Everything's fallen down now. I've taken a big billowy leather book off the shelf. God's sake, give it a big billowy leather book like this one.
Yes. Oh my gosh, it's so shiny in that light.
It is very shiny in this light, actually ridiculously shiny. Look how shiny it is. Saxophone.
Yeah, saxophone.
Janine, is the saxophone the sexiest musical instrument?
I think playing it, yeah, like the sound of it, but watching somebody play it, it's not very sexy.
Do you not think so?
Baby.
I mean, people are going like this. This not a...
Because then it's just like, wind instruments are just spitty and gross. So, the sound of a saxophone is sexy. But watching somebody just blow spit into a thing.
What rivals the saxophone as a sexy instrument, Janine? Would you class an acoustic guitar, perhaps,
I think
as a sexy musical instrument?
I mean, I think the cello is very sexy.
Well, you would think the cello is very sexy.
You hold between your legs. I think string instruments. String
instruments are the least sexiest instruments on the planet, apart from a guitar. I know you did, but just because you hold a cello between your legs doesn't mean
sexy.
I'm talking about the noise of it.
Yes,
the sound of it.
Yes.
Cello? It's romantic, but it's not sexy. A saxophone isn't romantic. A saxophone.
Sexy.
A saxophone is like pure animal lust compared to a cello.
Yeah, I suppose.
Cello's very romantic, sure. Violin's very romantic, sure. But if you want intensity for a short time, whack the saxophone out. Depending how short that time is, depends on the people.
Yes. Of course, there's always some snooty.
Kimber says the theremin is the sexiest.
See, Kimber says the cello is sexy.
The cello is romantic. It depends if you think romance is sexy, though, Janine. Is romance sexy? Can be.
Yes.
Can be.
Who would you go for?
Who would I go for?
or Doug Dorsey. Hale Forrester. Doug Dorsey.
They're both the same people. Look at them both. They might as well be the same person.
They're not the same.
They might as well be the exact same person. Look at them.
But you know them personality-wise. I'm surprised you just don't go with the British man.
I'm not going with the British man because they always make the British man out to be evil, don't they? The accent showed then.
But see, this is the one of those cases where he's just not evil. She just realizes she's just not in love with him.
Janine, my accent showed then. I'm sorry.
No, we like to see it. Oh,
no, instead of
that
saying
was a trademark line from Abby Friel. I don't want to take credit. She's been saying that a lot lately. We love to see it. We like to see it.
She's got another one. She doesn't need any more catchphrases. She's got enough of them. You need to tell her she's got enough catchphrases. She'll over catchphrase herself and become forgotten about if she carries on.
Do you kiss people at the stroke of midnight?
I fall asleep at about 1:45 midnight.
You've never
what I did this year.
You've never kissed anybody at the stroke of midnight?
No, Janine. I can't remember the last time I stayed up till midnight on New Year's Eve. It was probably in about 2009.
Fair enough. And do you like the tease?
Literally.
Do you like the tease here where you think they're gonna kiss?
Yes.
And they kind of circle to each other and then
I mean, the fact that they're kissing everybody, it seems a little bit excessive. I mean, you wouldn't get this in a COVID world.
No, you would not.
Kissing everybody. Stay in your kissing bubbles, people. Morgan, are you secretly immortal? Yes. You figured it out. I don't know how you've figured it out, but you have done. Well done. Oh, an accordion. Accordion's pretty sexy, actually. Yeah.
Accordion
just makes, isn't it? So
accordion just makes me think of Steve Urkel. I don't think of like the sexy Bella Notte.
Yeah, that's exactly what I think.
No, I think of Steve Urkel doing the polka.
Well, I've never watched that show, so.
What's wrong with you?
I'm British. it's not on.
You could find it.
I don't think I could. But I like the accordion. The accordion is because it's French, and French is, of course, absolutely. France is unnecessarily sexy sometimes. Kimber dated an accordion player who played the cello. Sophie's opinions are valid. Fair enough. Fair enough. I will concede defeat there.
Kimber
to your knowledge of cellists.
I love it so much.
I'm talking to a former cellist and somebody.
I was more of a violinist.
Has dated somebody who has played the cello.
I only played the cello for 1 year because my teacher was like, "We need more cello players. Can you switch instruments this year?" I'm like, sure, I guess. So I
played
how to play the cello.
So, as far as like those kind of string instruments go, you have the violin, don't you? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Have you ever played the fiddle?
No, isn't it the same thing?
No, it's not the same thing. The fiddle is a folky thing, isn't it? I think it's smaller than a violin, and you have to dance about with it. You don't like sit there. It's not like sitting there going like this with your violin.
But no,
your fiddle, you have to dance about and do a little thing like this.
So
like Fiddler on the Roof. Like Fiddler on the Roof.
It requires jigging.
Yes. Have you ever played the double bass? Which is one of those, the huge thing that like you find in jazz quartets.
So in our orchestra, we did have a bass player. We had the first violins, second violins, the violas, the cellos.
What's a viola? What's the difference?
It's a bigger violin that's lower.
Bigger violin.
Yeah.
Have you ever played that?
No. So I played the violin since from 6th grade all the way to junior year of high school. So that's grade 11. So 6th grade to like 11th grade. And then 12th grade, my final year of high school, I switched to the cello.
Okay. But you had a double bass player.
We did. Would you lie?
Some of the string
if I'm a figure skater, would you lie to your family?
If I was what?
If you were figure skating, would you lie to your family? Because
I'd tell them I was figure skating.
Because you're worried about how unmasculine it would look.
Janine,
what you been doing? Finger painting?
My family are painfully aware of how unmasculine I am. It really wouldn't affect anything.
You're very masculine, Morgan. You're rugged.
I am in certain circumstances. Usually the negative ones. Such as stubbornness. And grumpiness.
Billy, remember
traits, aren't they? Billy, stop depressing people. That's ridiculous. I do remember hugging Billy. When did I hug someone last? No, that's when I hugged someone last. It was a little bit of a illegal hug. And it was because it was at work and we're not allowed to touch people. Not like that.
Who were you hugging at work?
Somebody who was leaving. Somebody whose last day it was. The last day, it was one of my friend's last days at work this last week. So I was just saying goodbye. It's in a nice, friendly way. But it was a little bit illegal.
Supposed to be touching at work. It's illegal. That just sounds so terrible.
I know, but I didn't mean like that. I meant like actually like, not really. But like, no, but no. It means safe, and you got a mask on all the time.
It's funny, like I forget what people look like.
No, I know.
And then when like they pull their mask down to drink some water, I'm like, oh yeah, that's what your face is.
We have COVID tests every week. It's fine. It's very COVID safe. Don't worry. I've not got COVID. Morgan, you can grow a full beard. You're very masculine. Yes, but some of the least masculine people ever have had beards. So, what do you say to that one, Billy?
How could you even skate in something like that?
Because they're at the Olympics and they have to.
I'm not saying, but how? It seems very restricting.
Well, people wear skinny jeans, don't they, Janine, and walk about the town, so...
Like you.
Like me. And I'm not going to lie, sometimes it can be very, very restricting. But it looks nice.
As you should, Kimber. As you should.
Perfect. I still, thoroughly look after my beard, and nobody can see it because I'm always wearing a mask.
I just put on some mascara.
I bought some new masks last week.
I love that so much, and he's like, this is boring.
He just wants to listen to rock music because he's a rocker. That's a terrible word. Rocker. Imagine someone calling someone a rocker. You're a rocker. Is that an insult? Is that a compliment? I don't know.
I used to have a big old stereo like that.
I like the idea of them.
Yeah.
The best I had, I mean, I didn't have like a big thing like that, but I certainly remember owning a little one that I could carry. Like, it was about that big.
Yeah. No, we had a big old stereo.
You put like CDs in it. You put tapes in it. Yeah, I had one of those.
Look, another turtleneck, Morgan. We need to do like a turtleneck counter for Moira.
Turtleneck Hall of Fame. That's what we need for the watch-along. The turtlenecks are excessive. I mean, it's not excessive. My accent makes it sound like it might be an insult. Oh. I need to be better with Instagram. I've stopped taking pictures of myself. Oh, it's because I don't do anything. Nobody takes pictures of me. I'm sick of taking pictures of myself, Janine. I want other people to do it for me.
I know. I've been wanting to do a photo shoot with Cameron Rice for like so long.
This was a drinking game.
How many times she wears a turtleneck?
We could start. I mean, I wouldn't want to do that though because I know that's. I know Abby has the watch along show that's a drinking game, doesn't she?
Oh yeah, liquor
poison. So we wouldn't want to impose on that. We wouldn't want to impose on Abby's method.
Yeah.
But drinking whilst watch along has been something we did at Christmas.
Yes. I had a big old cocktail.
That was fun. That was fun.
It was fun.
But no, look, I mean...
Look, there's plenty of turtlenecks right here.
Everybody's wearing a turtleneck all the time in this movie. We want to see... Yes, but the thing is, Kimber, all pictures that I take are me sat in this chair with this background at the moment, which it can get a little bit monotonous. I need other people. I need to go places and other people to take nice pictures of me. But unfortunately, I'm not allowed to go places.
Take of you, you're gonna say you don't like it.
No, I'm not. I've had people take. No, I'm not. I've had people take pictures of me that have been posted. So shushy, 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 shush, shush.
That so you just have to go with it. Isn't that not true, sir?
What? What's not true?
That people just post pictures of you and you just have to take it because they've just done it.
Sometimes in the past, yes, that has happened, and I don't care for it because I get annoyed because I look like some sort of worm creature who's slithered out of the ground.
Kimber's going to beat your ass if you keep talking like that. I'm going to join her. It'll be one of the many things other things we have in common.
If we're being honest, you're thousands of miles away, so we all want you to come take pics with us, but that's the problem, isn't it, Kimber? I can't travel. This is an issue. This is a big, big issue.
So what's happening? Are people just not wearing masks? What's happening that like it's not slowing down or anything?
I don't know. I don't pay attention to it.
You're just fed up.
I'm sick and tired of the people, to be honest with you. So I'm not paying attention to it. I'm paying attention to. I am too, Billy. I really am. But I am absolutely at my wit's end with it. I just want to hear big news. I will hear anyway, as in things are open again, or things are shut even more, or everybody's vaccinated now. You know.
Yeah. I'm vaccinated.
I don't know. You're vaccinated.
Let me come. I'm vaccinated.
I think my grandparents are vaccinated now.
When are you gonna get vaccinated?
Probably in about 2026. I don't know. Every adult is supposedly to be vaccinated in the UK by September, I believe.
Jeff Bezos isn't gonna make sure you get vaccinated.
Jeff Bezos is not the
I know.
CEO of that company anymore.
He's still a big part of the company, isn't he? He just stepped down.
I don't know if there's going to be any vaccination things there, but there's COVID tests, isn't there?
Yes, I've already put in the request for the day off.
We have waited too long. We have waited too long for me to not.
What are you going to do if Morgan can't be there?
We're not talking about that now. This is a live watcher. We'll talk about that later.
I don't want to.
This is a watch along full of fun things, Janine.
Okay.
But whether it's by a damn video call, I'll be there.
Okay.
I mean, we can do that, can't we? If all else damn fails, I think we can do that.
Yeah.
At least just so I'm there. I might not be able to sign anything properly like I should be doing. So maybe somebody, I don't know. We don't want to talk about that.
No. There's plenty of time. Plenty of time for things to change.
Lots of time. Yes.
So there's a backup plan in place.
See, there you go. Good, Kimber, good. I'm glad there is. I do hope we don't have to use it. I won't be able to wear my turtleneck, though, obviously, will I, in, Austin, Texas in June. I'd be lucky if I wear a t-shirt and be that hot.
Yeah.
Heat.
You're going to have to buy a pair of shorts.
I have a pair of shorts. I just don't wear them to me. I'm not wearing a pair of shorts to a wedding. That's the most inappropriate attire.
In generally just being around Texas, not at the wedding.
Yes, I have been. I do know heat. I'm aware of what's going on. I don't like shorts, Janine.
I am aware.
It's not even that I've got like weird chicken legs or anything like that. I just don't like wearing shorts.
Like Billy is expecting you to come like Prince in a purple suit.
Okay. Like Prince. With the cravat and everything.
Didn't Steve suggest we do a purple series?
He did, but there wasn't enough purple movies.
It's like Purple Rain, but you've seen the color purple.
There's literally just Purple Rain,
and the color
purple Rose of Cairo, and the color purple, and that's it. And I've seen one of them, and I'm surprised I haven't seen Purple Rain.
It's a movie called Purple Noon from 1960.
We're not searching them.
Looks like it's French. There's the Purple People Eater with Ned Beatty.
The Purple People Eater.
With Ned Beatty.
No, we're not. No.
Yes.
Do I have to do my hair like Prince as well?
Yes. You have to shave
Do I
your
have
goatee
to?
like
Yeah, do I
Prince.
have to get the facial hair? Do I have to become 5'1"
Yes.
or however small Prince was?
Hop down your legs. Just walk on your knees.
Do I have to? That's horrendous. Oh dear. I can't pull off Prince, and it's not even a race thing.
Another turtleneck. I'm excited.
Another turtleneck. But do you not think that though, Janine? It's not even a race thing. I can't pull off Prince.
No, I don't think you can.
There's an energy there that I just don't have.
You don't have that style of energy.
Right? No. It's just I mean, Prince oozed a charisma and a sexiness, and we've talked about sexiness far too much tonight.
Yes.
We did. I don't. I ooze. I'm like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles' Secret of the Ooze, or whatever that was called. That's all that I ooze. That's a horrible word. It's a horrible word, isn't it? Ooze.
Yes.
It makes it makes it sound like you've got some sort of serious infection.
Yeah.
It does though, ooze. It's horrible. A horrible word. Ooze. It's almost as bad as. Oh, no, I'm not gonna start saying horrible words.
No.
That aren't even horrible words. Though.
Don't say the M word. Don't even go there.
No, I'm not going there. All I have to say to you,
Russian hat.
He is wearing the stereotypically Russian hat, yes. All I have to say to you, though, is the word frog and you'll get creepy. So. Janine's never been able to watch the DreamWorks animated film The Prince of Egypt because she's terrified of the plague of frogs.
I've seen that movie, but yes, so it's definitely not as bad as Magnolia.
Oh God, no.
The whole ending sequence when it's raining from the sky is like my worst fear. God, these costumes are ugly.
Yeah, but it's 1992 and it's 1992 trying to be 1988, so not going to be nice to look at. I mean, the turtlenecks are absolutely phenomenal, but the actual figure skating costumes are horrendous.
But their costumes are always like that happy medium. Like you can see in their music and their costumes that they found like a happy medium of like him and her.
I've just given Billy an idea. I want. What's this idea? Kimber used to have a pet frog. What? Oh, there's the differences are showing.
Yeah.
The differences are showing. What a terrible mustache that man had. Oh my God.
And he had a ponytail too?
Oh, it was awful. Nobody should have had a ponytail.
Mice and had 4 teeth.
That is horrendous.
Like, I'm going to just bust into tears right now. It sounds terrifying. A frog with teeth.
Hey, Tom.
Hello. Oh my gosh.
Tom says the best bear costume is Midsummer, obviously. Obviously, it's not even a conversation to be had.
Yes.
Janine, have you seen Midsummer? You have.
Yeah, my favorite game is Frogger. My friend would think it was funny and always buy me things with frogs on them. She would buy me frog blankets and frog stickers. And we used to have like a Hello Kitty store, so she would buy me Karopi the frog things and yeah, frog beanie babies and all kinds of stuff.
Janine's favorite game is Frogger. Frogger. I love Frogger. It's so...
Yes, but that's why I love Princess and the Frog, because it's like Tiana,
it teaches you that frogs are okay.
When the frog jumps on her windowsill and she screams and runs away, that is exactly what I would do. And when she realizes she's a frog, she's completely disgusted, which is exactly something I would do. And when she leans down to kiss the frog, she freaks out before she can do it, which is exactly something I would do. And I can't stop thinking about a frog with 4 teeth eating mice. So gross.
I think that's what has been missing out of the Harry Potter franchise. Really, is some sort of huge frog creature. Do you think?
I'm dying thinking about that frog with teeth. Oh, God.
What were its teeth like? Were its teeth like human teeth and just flat, or were they like a dog's teeth, or were they like a shark's teeth?
I actually used to play Battletoads all the time.
Janine, what if they transformed the game Hungry Hungry Hippos into Hungry Hungry Frogs?
With
and there was just a load of little mice running around the game board, and you just had to whack the thing to let the 4-toothed frog eat all the mice.
Time to watch my favorite movie of all time, and it's been completely tainted. All this frog talk.
Google Pac-Man frog teeth. I'm doing it. I can't do it now. All my devices are being used.
So terrible.
We'll do it later. We'll do it later. Oh my God. I want to make Hungry Hungry Hippos into Hungry Hungry Frogs. All these frogs, they need their mice.
That is terrifying.
Tom and Jerry, but Tom's now a frog. He's just...
Like, I literally almost started crying in class one time when we were watching a nature video where a snake was trying to eat a giant toad that like secreted like a poison from its skin. Yeah, and let's bring that word back. And so it's trying to eat this frog, and the frog is just like, I just can't. I can't. They freak me the fuck out. You guys are so mean.
Janine, would Midsummer have been better if instead of the bear costume, it was a frog costume?
I hate you all.
You actually like Midsummer? Have you seen Midsummer? Have I asked that question?
Oh, yes.
Do you like it?
Remember that clip I sent you? So I have a pretty popular video on TikTok. And it's like, what is a scene from a movie you can't wait to get to every time you watch it? I asked that question, and somebody jumping off that cliff in Midsummer.
I remember the Bernie Sanders meme of him in the May Queen flower getup.
Yes,
that was funny. Yeah, it's not you who doesn't like Midsummer, is it? It's Nolan who doesn't like Midsummer, obviously. Because he's a moron.
It was terrifying.
Well, that's a good question, Thomas. Are tadpoles okay? What are your feelings towards tadpoles, Janine?
Well, I think that's kind of where it started. Well, not really with tadpoles, but with like baby frogs. My best friend was catching like little tiny baby frogs and putting them in Ziploc bags with like this much water in them.
That's
so there was so there was a bunch of baby frogs all squirming around all crazy, like clawing at each other's eyeballs and like
probably because they were suffocating to death.
And they were freaking out in this bag, and she like shook it up in my face, and that's just scared the shit out of me.
That's gonna
I think that's what, like when we were little kids. So from then on I was terrified of frogs.
That is gonna leave some traumatic element.
Yeah.
That's unnecessary.
Yeah.
I don't like that at all. You know, you can like drink and eat frog spawn, can't you? Have you done that? No. Just to get rid of all the frogs. I'm just thinking, you know, like swallow them, make them grow inside you. You'll have frogs you're infested inside of you.
know. Like I saw a video of like frog legs that were like skinned and ready to be cooked, and someone like started sprinkling salt on them to season them, and the salt like awakened their joints because obviously salt water like helps them move, and they were
Janine, would you
sprinkling
be
salt on the raw skinned legs, and they just started twitching around like they weren't attached to anything. Terrifying.
Janine, would you be interested in, when travel's available again and all that business? Just, coming over here, maybe we go to France, eat some frog's legs.
I might do it just because I'm not.
Just because.
But
have you ever
still
been
terrifying.
to France?
No.
You've never been to France. There you go. Eat some frog's legs. I
might do it because they wouldn't be a frog sitting there. They didn't have to see its creepy face.
Yeah, but no. It's like when you eat lobster, and you have to go and pick the frog.
No,
you have to go and pick the frog before you eat it.
It is not like that.
It is.
I hate you. You're being so mean to me and ruining my favorite montage of the movie.
I didn't bring it up.
Baby, now I don't even know how it came up.
Well, I would like us all to remember how we got onto the topic of frogs, and I don't think it was me. Kimber sent me the pictures, but I can't go on the pictures.
I think it was you. Because you brought up ooze, secret of the ooze, and then turtles, and then somehow that turned into something else.
No, it wasn't me.
Are you sure?
I'm fairly sure it wasn't me.
I'm pretty sure you were like, now if it was frogs, you said something like that.
That's true.
Janine wouldn't like it.
It was me. Was me. Was me. Let's not talk about frogs anymore. Let's instead talk about that ridiculously excessive fur coat.
Now, if you were drunk and came on to somebody that you secretly liked, which I mean, it's obvious that you like them, but you haven't said that, and they rejected you because you were drunk, would you be mad the next day?
Because I was drunk.
Yes.
It was like, no, you're drunk.
Pretty much the only reason they're rejecting you is because you're drunk. Would you then be mad about it the next day that they rejected you?
Janine, I am not in any position to be mad at anybody saying no. So I just have to kind of go, yeah, fair enough. That's what I'd do as well. In the sense that, yeah, I wouldn't want me either. Fellow person.
You're terrible. These hypothetical questions just don't work on you ever.
No, they don't. No, they don't. No, that's a good point, actually. Just to finish the frog discussion, Janine, what are your thoughts on Kermit the Frog?
I love Kermit the Frog. He's not.
Why do you love Kermit the Frog?
Because he's not he's not a realistic looking frog. If he looked like a real frog, I would be scared of him. But he's not like a real frog.
Okay. Okay, fair enough. What about the fact that he has mutant frog pig babies?
I mean, those are probably even cuter than real frogs.
Okay. Kermit is a sweet baby angel, says Kimber. Makes sense. Kermit doesn't have teeth.
Doesn't like Kermit. Yeah, he doesn't have teeth.
To be fair, I don't know anybody that doesn't like Kermit the Frog.
Yeah.
Moira Kelly, it's because you're not wearing a turtleneck. That's why. It's not because you're drunk. If you were wearing a turtleneck, Doug over here would be like, he wouldn't be able to contain himself.
No. If you
wouldn't be able to contain it, or am I just thinking of myself now?
You had a cello, a saxophone, and a bass, and an accordion, and a turtleneck. He would be all over you in a heartbeat. Yeah, some that are frogs and some that are pigs are not all like mixed up.
Pig frogs. It's not like it would be as horrific as the donkey dragons.
Yeah, it's like
Shrek.
But it's like
winged donkeys.
I want to know what dragon turned into while donkey was a steed.
Pretty dragon. Dragon's already a pretty dragon.
She is a pretty dragon. That's what I'm saying. So what did she turn into?
But dragon doesn't need to be anything better than she is.
But donkey does.
Donkey does, because donkey's a donkey. Who likes donkeys? Nobody likes donkeys. Everybody likes dragons. Everybody agrees that dragons are majestic and donkeys are just.
But obviously, not everybody likes dragons. She was locked away there.
That was her choice. She was guarding all that gold. That's what dragons do.
No, she was chained up there.
She was chained up there, but who chained her up there? That's what I want to know.
Mm-hmm.
I want an origin story of dragon.
I want to know what she turned into. Well, he turned into a steed. It's supposed to change you and your love.
Dragon there. She turned into a frog.
I hate you. I hate you all.
It wasn't me. It was Kimber. Apparently, are the donkey dragons actually cute though? Are they?
I think they're cute.
Do they breathe fire? They do, don't they?
Are they dronkies?
Dronky, come on, dronkies.
What would you call them?
Dongans.
Dongans. 50 Shades of Shrek.
You don't need that. I'm sure you can find some sort of lewd fan fiction somewhere.
Is that a turtleneck? Would you consider that a turtleneck?
It is. It's a turtle.
Why have I not noticed the amount of turtlenecks in this movie and all the time?
Because I don't know why. Because you've just realised that I'm obsessed with turtlenecks now. So.
Yes.
Hack.
How am I still ahead of you? That's a magical feat.
The Magical Mystery Tour. No, that's the Beatles. Magical Mr. Mistopheles. No, that's Cats. I don't know. The Magic Mushroom. No, that's a drug. I don't know how you're.
We introduced the Pamchenko. I don't even know if this is even a plausible move that people could actually do.
I don't know enough about figure skating. You obviously know more about figure skating than me because of this movie. I know nothing.
Like, even the way they kind of get into position for this move, it doesn't really make a lot of sense. Like, how he would have to throw her for her to get to that right angle. It's very odd.
It is a little bit kind of dangerous.
Yes.
Although figure skating is dangerous. It's very, very, very dangerous.
That shows, like, how brutal it is on her, particularly, this move.
It's unbelievably dangerous.
I mean, but couldn't you lose points for doing, like, a crazy move like that?
I really don't know what the point adjudication is in Olympic figure skating, Janine. I don't watch the figure skating in the Winter Olympics, really. I watch the skiing and all that stuff.
Well, maybe I'll have to make you watch Blades of Glory with Will Ferrell.
We're not watching that. Oh my God, I would rather die. I wouldn't. I wouldn't rather die.
I think
I
you
would
owe
rather
me.
do near enough anything
You owe me
else.
for all this frog talk that you spurred.
I would rather have you
I owe
talk for
you
2 hours about something that I really don't like.
like Will Ferrell.
No, not in a movie sense. It has to be something irrational, like your fear of frogs.
I don't think you have anything like that.
Ah, see, you don't even know. So there you go. So I've won again.
Aside from Will Ferrell.
I've won again because you don't know what I'm scared of. Irrationally. Do you? No, you don't. Because I'm not. I'm afraid of rational things like dangerous criminals.
Okay.
I think that's a reasonable thing to be afraid of.
That doesn't count. I think most people are afraid of that.
See?
Because if you have Taco Bell counter girls.
Yeah, there's no need for that, Tom. That's cold. That's cold.
I'm glad I'm not the only one getting harassed.
I can't get back from that.
Yeah. Or wasn't there Canadian coffee shop girls as well?
Yes.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yes, there was. That's but that's a rational thing. I mean, it's very dangerous. I'm talking about this movie now, but that's my rational fear. People.
People. So why are you so sad that you don't get to see people? You know?
No, not people. Not everybody.
Make up your mind.
My rational fear is speaking directly to people that I find attractive in any sense. That's my rational fear. I think it's a rational fear. Some may think it's an irrational fear, but Tom's just brought it up there.
I think it's irrational when you're an attractive person such as you.
They are dangerous criminals, those counter girls. Shut up. They're criminals of the heart. That's what they are. Criminals of the heart. That could be a novel. That could be a romance novel, couldn't it? Criminals of the Heart sounds like a movie that Carla would love.
Yes.
And also you. See, I was quicker. I was quicker than you there.
You did.
Tom showed up and turned it into. I'm perfectly happy for a bit of roasting. Roast potatoes.
It's a wonderful
like
roast
potatoes? Oh God, could you imagine that? I wouldn't be able to deal with that. I'd end my career. I wouldn't be able to hack a roast. Look at me, I'm too weak. I roast myself. So does it even matter, does it? I couldn't be I roast myself. You have to have someone with some sort of ego to be the forefront of a roast.
Yeah.
With me, it just doesn't work because every answer would just be like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, makes sense.
I can see that. Albertville, France. So you should have been using a French cup for your tea.
Now, Janine, do I have a French one? I'll have a French one somewhere.
You don't have a French. You can go to Starbucks.
We don't really have Starbucks in France, do they?
They don't?
French coffee. No, they don't have. They barely have Starbucks in Italy. In fact, I don't think they do really.
Interesting.
I think there's like 1-2 Starbucks in Rome or something like that. Because it's all Italian coffee. If you need people for roast, Tom, I know you are, but you're here anyway roasting, so we don't really need to do a roast, do we? Because you're here anyway. Here's a question. Here's a question for everybody. Why are the Olympic rings the colours they are?
Why do you know the answer to this question?
Yes, I do.
They're doing plies on the ice.
Morgan would just shield himself with a shield of Gatorade bottles. Have I forgotten something? Was that a joke? Have I forgotten something? Probably forgotten something.
No, I don't know.
Was there some sort of Gatorade incident? Oh, I remember the Gatorade incident. Yes, I remember the Gatorade incident. Thank you very much for that one. You're on fire today, Tom. Well done. Do you have your answer? Anybody?
I don't have an answer, no.
No? No. Well, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you anyway. It's because at least one of those colours appears on every single United Nations country's flag.
Okay.
That's why.
How'd you find that out?
Because I like flags and the world. That's how. Because they summon Captain. Yeah, that'll do. No, that's true though. Like, think of any flag; it's got one of them on.
Okay.
There's not a flag without one of them on.
Those colors. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and even the most stupid basic flags like Japan has red.
Yeah.
I didn't make that up. It's true. I'm a wealth of knowledge. It's true. It is true. It's legitimately true. I'm not even joking.
They summon Captain Planet. Do you even know what Captain Planet is?
I do know what Captain Planet is. He's the environmental superhero.
Yes.
Perfectly aware. Billy's learning so much. Thank you, Billy.
Meg Ryan was a voice on Captain Planet.
I didn't know that. No.
Whoopi Goldberg.
Meg Ryan.
Captain Planet.
Who?
Whoopi Goldberg.
Whoopi Goldberg.
Mm-hmm.
Whoopi Goldberg. When's Sister Act 3 coming out, Janine? I thought that was a thing.
I don't know. I know it is a thing, but I don't know.
Don Cheadle is he? Don Cheadle's Captain Planet. Didn't know that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's like this funny video where he dresses as Captain Planet.
Oh, I thought you said he was. I thought you meant he was Captain.
No, he did like a spoof skit thing where he's Captain Planet.
Moira Kelly's wearing another turtleneck, but she's wearing this turtleneck underneath a Christmas jumper.
That's like epic combination right there for you.
I love that. I'd wear that.
And some pearls. Would you wear the pearls?
Yes. No. Wouldn't wear the pearls.
You look like you have pearls on now with your headphones.
Well, if I was Batman's mum, they'd be all over the floor.
Some roses.
That's sad. Some roses. And I'd be saying, Thomas. I'll say Thomas now. There's a Thomas here. Hello, Thomas.
And Seal would just be in the alley singing Kiss from a Rose. Baby. Like his murder's just happening and he's in the alley.
And please welcome Seal. There he is. Hi, Seal.
Joe Chill's just like introducing first.
And introducing Seal.
Baby. The pearls are just and they're just continues to murder Batman. Oh my gosh. The tangents on this watch-along.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry.
Lucy's just there going, who are you, Seal?
Save us.
Who you are.
Help,
help me. He's just singing. Help me, Seal.
And his shirt's just blowing in the breeze and that.
Just full on.
His silicone shirt is just open, blowing in the breeze. Help us. Bruce is like,
we're dying, Seal. We're dying.
Yeah, you too. Okay.
Oh.
So are we doing Batman Forever next watch?
Yes. No, what are we doing for the next one? I don't even know.
I don't know. Are you picking something?
I think we did actually.
Romancy.
Yeah. So I mean, it's going to be my choice.
Yes.
It's going to be my choice.
Woo. Yes.
Oh, what if after Bruce Wayne goes to the GCPD and gets comforted by Gordon, you get Cheer Up Charlie? Oh dear. Oh no.
Oh my god.
I don't know what we should do. I mean, I do kind of want to do something. I mean, I feel like we've covered our romancy with this.
Okay, we'll do whatever you'd like, sir.
We will at that point have a modern black and white series on Morgan Hasn't Seen.
You really trying to do the Lighthouse? Oh,
so we might do the Lighthouse.
He gave her.
I might put a poll out actually.
Okay.
That's what I was gonna do. That's, if you remember, that's what I was gonna do for my last one. I was gonna put a poll out, and then Steve popped in and he blasted Coming to America at me. And I just thought, yes, Steve isn't here today. So if anybody else has a nice suggestion, not something stupid like The Room, Billy, please. We're not here for that. We like nice movies here on It's a Wonderful Podcast. We don't like stupid movies. We're not doing stupid movies.
I thought Phantom Thread was romantic, so don't ask me for recommendations.
Would you like us to watch Phantom Thread? I can't imagine that. It's going to be a good watch-along movie as well, but not a stupid one. Not a stupid one. The Room is a masterpiece. How dare you, Billy? No. I'm not watching that movie. I have no interest in watching that movie. I'm putting my foot down.
It's ridiculous.
I will never watch that movie. I have zero interest.
If Billy picks it for the show, we can on the show.
If Billy picks it for the show, then he picks it for the show. But it's not a main show thing, is it?
No.
So.
Yes, I did like.
I never saw Phantom Thread.
Yeah, it was good.
Apparently, it's supposed to be quite a good ASMR movie because there's a lot of like finicky little
sounds,
soft speaking and sewing, which is
it's like the epitome of a dysfunctional relationship that's somewhat coherent. It's very odd in that way.
Well, that doesn't sound nice
at
all, Janine.
Oh my gosh, we're getting to the part.
We are. Your favourite line in any romancy movie ever.
Because I'm getting to my big finale.
Okay, we're not allowed to disturb now. No more roasting. Think on what we might like to do for the next watch along.
Yes.
Which I'm down for doing the Lighthouse, and I say we get Kimber on.
Okay. For my first time watching the Lighthouse.
Because it'll be in 2 weeks' time. Yeah. On at the same time as this one. And I just really think that I really want you to watch The Lighthouse because you're definitely going to hate it.
Why do you always think I'm going to hate that?
Because it just really seems like a movie you would not like in even a little bit. Do you like The Witch?
I don't really remember The Witch. I actually fell asleep watching The Witch.
So it's not going to go well.
I did actually start watching it at like late in the night. Yes, we covered Stay Tuned on the show when we did movies about TV.
We did. Yeah, we did. That's a good movie.
Just tell her you love her. Just tell her, dog. Just tell her.
He will soon. And then, Janine, I would like you to say the line.
But it's going to be off from yours.
I don't care. That's the whole point of this whole watch along has been so you can shout out that line at the end of it all.
Like, this is the best build up to a finale. Like, this finale is just like so good.
I mean, that's true. Willem Dafoe does yell an awful lot in The Lighthouse. She will stay awake. You will not fall asleep.
Okay.
But
I have to find my best turtleneck.
Subtitles would be recommended for you.
Okay. Say I love you.
As there's a lot of seafaring speech.
Okay.
Bad luck to kill a seabird.
I was wondering if maybe, since the passing of Christopher Plummer, we should watch Knives Out.
Oh,
fancy Chris Evans sweater.
Idea.
You could wear your Chris Evans
that's
sweater.
A fantastic idea, actually. Oh, how sad are we, guys? Christopher Plummer.
Right?
It's really sad.
Very sad.
I would say Sound of Music, but it's 18 hours long.
Yeah.
It's too long to start at 10 p.m. at night. And we would get, the music would just be... Musicals are a difficult watch-along, aren't they?
And typically it's like I'd rather do things that we don't cover on the shows, and we've covered Sound of Music on
We have covered Sound of Music on the show. We have, that's true. But it is his most famous. What's the turtleneck count in The Lighthouse? Ooh. I feel like Willem Dafoe's got I feel like they've got turtlenecks on
I'm in the mood to kick the ass. You're ruining my finale. Shush. With your sea shanties.
Let's watch the dance.
Look, American flags. It's just so patriotic. And it's like you never actually find out if they win. You just assume that they won because they did the big move.
Janine, I thought we were being quiet.
I can talk. You'll just start saying nonsense things.
I'm going to sneeze.
Shh. Silence.
Quiet.
Okay, so look at the logistics of this. How he throws her. How does he would just throw her. Like he wouldn't throw her upward like to where she could. Like he threw her like a sack of potatoes. No way she would like go up like that. But they did it. The big move. So you know that means they're gonna win. Oh my god, so beautiful. Yes, I did. Why? Because I love you. Just remember who said it first. So good. It's so good. Okay, you can talk again.
We can talk again now, thank you. We've had Just Remember Who Said It First, and Janine's got a massive smile on her face.
It's so cute. I love it.
Billy's just said what I believe to be blasphemy.
I'm
Billy
just
says
losing
Blades of Glory.
a lot of friends today. People are losing friends over politics. I'm losing friends over frogs and dissing my favorite movie. I can't. I just can't. It's too hard.
Kimber says, her and me watching The Lighthouse, quietly sitting, paying attention, saying nothing, shh, to anyone who talks. Well, yeah, but also, I'm definitely doing the full Willem Dafoe, yell.
Oh my gosh. I'll tell you, this is already has me scared. I don't know what to expect. Just wait till Halloween.
Just know that it's bad luck to kill a seabird. Why wait till it's Halloween?
So I guess it's scary. I don't know.
Is it? Is it a
You
horror
tell me.
movie?
You
Is it a
tell
Lighthouse
me.
horror movie?
You tell me.
Not sure. Is the Lighthouse horror movie? Don't know. Well, cutting edge, Janine.
Yes.
There's the cutting edge. We haven't decided what the next watch along will be yet, obviously. But there might be a poll out. I might put a poll out, and it'll be a public poll because these are public. That's the way it works. Thanks, guys.
Yes, thank you for hanging out with us. We did go on some random tangents, so it'll be tough to follow along if you decide to watch this back. But
did you not have fun, Janine?
I did have fun, even though I was roasted.
I was roasted. We were all roasted.
I feel pretty well done, but
The Lighthouse watch along with Abby. Like Abby would hate the Lighthouse.
Told about going on a date to the Lighthouse.
Oh, she did. She did.
Yes, thanks for coming by. It's so fun. I miss you.
Thanks for coming, guys. This has been very, very, very fun. This has been an absolute delight. I love the watch-alongs. They're so great, Janine.
Yes, I'm definitely hoping to get more people involved down the line. Be really
big guests on for the watch-alongs and all that stuff, can't we?
Yeah.
Lovely. Well, what's going on? What do we have to do? Like I said, the next watch-along will be in a couple of weeks at this same time. But we know, like, maybe people want to go and watch the Super Bowl. Maybe they don't. But that's on now-ish, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So, there you go. Who knows what we'll be doing for the next one. But the best place to kind of find out what's going on is, of course, on Twitter at It's a Wonderful One, where you find all the updates for everything to do with It's a Wonderful podcast itself. And like I said at the start of the show, the podcast itself, It's a Wonderful Podcast. 3 shows every week. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we have you covered with Machine Mondays, Morgan Hasn't Seen, and the main show, It's a Wonderful Podcast. Everywhere podcasts are found, Anchor, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, Castbox, everywhere else. This YouTube channel will be going through some changes, and we'll be singing the David Bowie song, Changes, soon. But it'll be good stuff. It'll be good stuff, and more stuff's coming. And the Patreon, It's a Wonderful Podcast on patreon.com. Find the tier that's right for you over there. Whole bunch of fun stuff going on the Patreon. You get the bonus content, the live streams, the artwork, the little videos, the poll voting, the shout outs, everything. So much stuff going on the Patreon. I think that's everything from me, Janine, apart from the fact that you can, of course, follow me on Twitter if you want to, at the Purple Dawn, with a 3 instead of the E in the because
3 is the magic number.
Or on Instagram at Just the Purple Dawn. And you are where?
You can find me at Janine Devine on Twitter and Instagram. Again, check out the Patreon. Go to my TeePublic, shop at G9 Design on teepublic.com to get any merch for our shows, or check out any of my art. And keep hanging out with us.
There we go. Thanks, guys, for the cutting edge. Yay! Yay! Janine, say it again.
Just remember who said it first.
There you go. There you go. I think there's only one thing left to do now, though.
3, 2, What?
Bye. See how dramatic I went with that? That was a little bit unnecessary.